Well, so last class we discussed about the telemark and frequency. So this class also we are going to discuss about telemark and frequency, but we are going to include one more topic, and the topic name is what? Histogram. Okay, histogram is what? See, this is one kind of bar graph. This is one kind of bar graph where the base is represented by class interval. The base is always represented by the class interval, and this is x, o, y. The axis name is what? Ox and Oy. Okay, and Ox represented by the class interval, and the Oy will be represented by the frequency. Okay, so whatever the frequency you will get and whatever the class interval you have given in the maths, that frequency and class interval you have to put in this graph, and you have to draw some rectangle, and these rectangles are drawing on the basis of their class interval and frequency. Okay, and this is known as what? Histogram. Okay, so first part is same as the last exercise. First you have to find the class interval, then you have to find the telemark, and then you have to find the frequency, and later the next part is what? Next part you have to add the this one, the bar graph, and this is known as what? Histogram. Okay, so consider the first maths. The first math is given what? Given below, the marks obtained by a student in a class test. There is a class test, and the marks obtained by the student is what? 10, 25. Taking the class interval as a what? 10 to 25. That means the class interval we have to take 10 to 25, and the marks are given. Okay, just like 12, 15. These are marks given. So we have to take the class interval like that. See, first one. For that, we have to draw the maths. We have to first do the class interval, then telemark, and then frequency. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so just wait and watch. So first we have to make the table. The table first on marks, which is class interval. This is CI. Okay, then telemark, then frequency. So class intervals we have to take as it is instructed in our question, 10 to 25. So first one will be 10 to 25. So in this range, if we count that how many students getting the marks from 10 to 25, here you cannot consider the 25. You have to consider up to 24. That means from 10 to 24, how many students got the marks? That is how many students got 10 and 24. That is within 10 and 24 they have got the marks. Then if you see that there will get the frequency of 4. That means the frequency will be 4. So telemark will be what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple. Then 25 to 40, another class interval, 25 to 40. If you see here, then you will get 3 students getting the marks which is lie between 25 to 40. Here we are not going to consider the 40, we will consider from 25 to 39. Okay, so here you will get 3. This so telemark will be what? 1, 2, 3. Okay, next one is what? 40 to 55. So 40 to 55, if you see that you will get that total 2 students getting marks between 40 to 55. So telemark will be 1 and 2. Then next one we have 55 to 70. 55 to 70. If you see here, maximum number of students are getting there, and here this mark is what? Students numbers 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and the next one we have getting 70 to 85. 70 to 85, the number of students is what? 4. So here it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last interval is what? 85 to 100. So here you will get total 6 students. So telemark will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So up to here you have learned in the previous exercise. Okay, so what is the new part? The new part is what? We have to put this in a bar graph or in a histogram. Okay, for that I am not using scale here, but you have to use the scale there. So for that we have to draw like, see, we have to draw a graph like that. Okay, and equal intervals. After equal intervals, suppose 1 centimeter interval is, you have to give point like that. Then you have to write only the limit. So 10, 25, then you will get 40, then you will get 55, then you will get 70, and lastly you have the 85. So these are the class intervals. Okay, and for the frequency you can see clearly that the highest number is 12, 11. Na? So you can take up to 12. So suppose here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why I am taking 6? I am considering 1 unit at 1 centimeter as a 2 units. So here it will be 2, it will be 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, And very important thing, if the class interval is started from not from 10, suppose it is started from 40, that time you have to draw like that. Why? Because this is the breaking part. This indicates that what? This is started from 40 and this part is avoided. Okay. So against 10 to 25, you can see there is a 4. So you have to put that histogram like that. Okay. Then against that, after that, 25 to 40, there is 3. So 3 will come what? Between 2 and 4, na? In the midpoint. So you have to see like that. You will get this. Okay. As I am not using scale, so it will be banded, but you have to use the scale. Then again we have 40 to 55. Here it is 2. So in the 2, it is, you have to see whether it is horizontally matching or not. So 2 against 2, you have to draw this. Okay. The next one we have 11. So it is very huge. So here 10 and here it is 11. So you have to draw the graph between 10 and 12 and simply draw the line. Okay. And next one we have up to what? This is about 4. 4 means what? Against 4, you have to draw the graph like that. 4. Then another one we have 6, which is against 6. You have to draw this like that. You can clearly see that there is not any gap between this rectangle, na? So that's why it is known as histogram. Okay. If there is a gap between the rectangle, then it will be considered as a bar graph. But as there is not any gap, so it is known as what? Histogram. Okay. So using this way, using this method, we have to do the histogram. So for that, first you have to find the frequency and telemark also. And telemark is not necessary to draw the histogram, but if in question it is asked that make the telemark and frequency table, then you have to draw the telemark also. Okay. So after histogram, we have another data representation method, and this is known as pie chart. This is known as what? Pie chart. You all know about the circle, na? You all know about the circle. Okay. So we all know that the centered angle of a circle, you all know about this centered angle of a circle equal to 360 degree. The centered angle of a circle is what? 360 degree. So depending upon this 360 degree, the number of how many data we have given, we have to convert the given data to the angle representation, and we have to draw this angle. Okay. So consider, I am going to give you a simple example. Suppose you have given one simple example like the number of people who love to play cricket. Suppose 2 persons love to play cricket. This is not given in your book. I am willingly giving this. Then football. Suppose 4 persons love to play football. Then carom. Suppose 3 persons love to play carom. And the last, we have to consider another one. So for that, 4 plus 2, 6, 9. So boxing. Suppose 3 persons love to play boxing. Okay. Now you are saying that present this data in pie chart. So what you will do? Simply you do one thing. You first find the total how many persons are involving there. So how many persons? 2 plus 4, 6. 6 plus 3, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. So how many persons are involving there? 12 persons. Na? So 12 persons you got this. Now how many persons love to play cricket? 2 persons. So 2 persons have to convert it to angle representation with respect to 12 persons. So you have to do one thing. 2 divided by 12 into 360 degree. Okay. So when you do this, 2 divide this 6 times, 6 divide this 60 degree. So for cricket, how many angles we have got? For cricket we are getting 60 degree angle. So first you take a radius from here. First you will take the radius from here. Then use your protractor. Okay. Use the protractor and draw an angle like that of 60 degree measurement, and you have to mention here cricket. The angle should be of 60 degree because cricket represented by 60 degree. After that, how many persons? Football, na? So football you have to represent with total person is how many? 12 persons. 12 into 360 degree. So 4 divides is how many times? 3 times, and 3 divides is 12 times. That means 120 degrees. So now you are getting 120. So what you will do when you are going to draw the 120 degree? This is 120 degree for football. 120 degree for football. So when you are going to represent this in pie chart, you have to consider now this one, the last line, that is this one. This line you have to consider as a base, and depending upon that base, you have to fix your protector here and have to take the value of 120 degree and have to measurement this. And suppose you are getting the measurement like that. You are getting like that. This angle, this is for football. Okay, and this is 60 degree and this is 120 degree. Again we have one more thing. We have one now. Carom. For the carom, 3 by 12 into 360 degree, 3 by 4 and 4 divides 90 degree. So 90 degree for carom. So 90 degree. When you are going to do that, when you are going to write the 90 degree angles, you have to take this one, that line, this line you have to take as a base. You have to take as a base that line, and depending upon that line, you have to use the protector here and find the 90 degree angle and draw it. Suppose you are getting like that. This is, and this is for what? This is for carom. And last one we have what? Boxing. Boxing is also 3, as it is also for 3 degrees, so you will get 90 degree obviously. 90 degree obviously for boxing. Okay, as you are getting 90 degree for boxing, if you now already have got this, so if you do the measurement of this angle, then you will automatically get this also 90 degree, and this will represent the what? Boxing. Okay, so this is how you have to represent the data in pie chart. Okay, so first we have to draw what? We have to first find the total, how many persons involving here. Then after that, cricket, for the person cricket, we have to represent this in angular form. For this is also in angular form. Then after that, take one as a radius. Then first put the cricket. Then after this side, take this as a radius and take the protector and measurement 120 degree. Then this put the football. So in this way, we have to complete this graph. Okay, and this is known as what? Pie chart. So today we learn about what? Pie chart, and which is directly represent in the angular form of data. And we learn about bar histogram, which is also known as what? Bar graph. Why? Because bar graph have not any gap between the rectangles, but histogram have the gap. This is the only difference. Okay, today we learn this 2 chapter. Okay, I hope you understand this. So next class we will discuss another topic. Okay, thank you.